Welcome back to another episode of my Vane Let's Play. Before we get stuck in, here's a 60-second roundup of what happened last time. In episode 8, we woke up to the realisation that the water had finally been switched off. Then, on our way out of the farm heading off for some looting, this noise was heard. That noise being the horde noise, and sure enough, there was a horde trying to chase us down in our truck. After bravely driving away from the impending danger, we finally reached the destination we were aiming for, the court and community centre in Dannemora, with one objective: to get XP magazines and books, ideally for construction, so that we can start thinking about fortifications. On our way back, we took an obviously deliberate detour to get some snacks and some gas, but again the horde noise greeted us, and everything descended into absolute chaos. Of course, we did what we always do and drove away bravely as the zombies flung themselves at us. Then we got back home, where I slept on the roof for the night, and that's where we pick up from now. Right. It's the start of a new day. We are on episode number 9 of this Vane Let's Play, and yes, we slept on the roof last night, as planned. Now, we really need to start thinking about fortifications. I need to think about getting down a ladder successfully first. There we go. Always scared I'm going to break a leg. And what I'm very aware of... Oh, there's a cow over there. Is the fact that we could potentially do with creating a bit of a last stand up on that roof. So if we've got some of this, something like this could do the job. I'm thinking if we create a last stand sort of position up on the roof, that means that should we have any of the same events that we had on our last episode, obviously with the very rude, in my opinion, horde events that were triggered, 2 in an episode, by the way, is crazy. That's the wrong way around, isn't it? Not that it really matters, but it does, doesn't it, really? Okay. Then I think basically what we'll do is we will bring a load of ammo up here and put it in there so that we are ready as a last stand position. Also very much aware of the fact that I don't think we've washed. Like, ever. So we need to do that. But we have, of course, got a well. So whilst the water did go out last episode, we do have a well over here on our land. I was really concerned that the mail truck had gone disappearing then, but nope, it's there. Good. Still safe in there. We've still got electricity on as well, which is good news. Right, let's see how much water we've got in here. And whether it's drinkable. No, it is dirty. Okay, can't wash directly from the well. Do we have anything that can hold water? Muck tub. I mean, that might work. Maximum. Practical item. Doesn't want to work for us for some reason. Is it because we're doing max? Let's do that. Okay, no. Okay, well, if we want to have a wash and if we want to have something to drink, then we need to go and find a water tower. Obviously, we know where one of those is. That's good. There's a deer over there as well. We should be good for food here. Right. Let's offload some stuff. like our magazines. We've got loads of magazines. Our construction magazines, which will be amazing, by the way. Cooking. Cool. Right, we've got stuff that we can drink. Stuff that we can eat. As well. Toothpaste. Pop that there. Sunscreen. Might need that on a day like today, actually. And in terms of empties, let's just pop. We probably don't really need to keep the empty ones, but we will for the time being. Let's do some drinking. Now that we've drank all of that, there we go. We'll leave one soda can on us. Cooking oil can go straight in here. Detergent. Detergent smells nice, so maybe we keep that out. There we go. And what other stuff have we got on us? Portable air tank. Okay, crafting stuff that we don't need immediately, so we will go and take and put into our basements. Have we got any more batteries on us? Yes, of course we do. Did we use the shed? Yeah, I thought so. Scrap, screws, stuff like that. Fine. No doubt we're going to have some more tools, because that's what we do. But yeah, I think we've got quite a lot to do today. And in this episode. Soldering iron, don't think we need to be carrying that around with us. That can go in there. Lockpicks are good to have on us. One light is fine. Yeah, again, one flashlight will do us. We'll put the spare cell phones away. What else do we have on us? Yeah. Stuff like the air tank is going to be quite weighty, isn't it? Pop that down. Clothes on us as well, so we'll go and pop those in our boudoir upstairs. Okay. Another couple of boxing helmets. 2 days. Oh god, so much stuff on us. Untrue. First aid bits. Keep a couple of bandages on us. We keep needle and thread on us, but we put the rest of them away. Oh, there's more magazines. Cool. Now we could do with eating something. No function. Kettle. Kettle can go in the stove. Night of the Living Dead. That can go over here. I'll put it on the mantelpiece, so we'll put it there. Baseball, dart. Yeah, that stuff's not hugely weighty, so I'm not that worried about it. And yeah, our total weight that we're carrying now seems to be a lot better. Do a quick scan, see if there's anything crazy on us. No, not really. Right. Let's think about our last stand position then. So, what I'm thinking is we basically put our ammo up there at the last stand position. That is the... Oh no, we've got loads of zombies here. All of a sudden, it's a massive horde. And we can get up on the roof and we can basically delay or... Hello, cow. Or take them out whilst we're up there. That's what my thinking is. Just whilst we've not got fortifications, but then even if we did have fortifications, it's probably not a bad idea. I'll leave that magazine on me. Baseball bat we will turn into a spiked one, but yeah, there we go. Okay. We woke up nice and early this morning so that we've got a full day ahead of us of things to do. Could do with going and tidying up the corpses, which are up the road, so maybe we go and do that. Smoke over there in the distance. There we go, falling with style. It works. I know I could be killing these animals and eating them, and I am also aware of the fact that I am hungry, but let's eat some of the food we've got. Thinking about the perishables, because again, we're not going to have electricity forever. Sort this by freshness. We want to go to the bottom. Oh, we've got stuff that's rotten. Sadness. Eat those. I mean, we'll eat that. Or peckish. Eat a plum. Should really do some cooking, shouldn't we? Bagel. Bagel. Food. Let's not eat the salt. As well as we eat a pretzel. May as well be salt, let's be honest. And now I've got some empty soda cans in here as well. Okay. Do we have any fluid containers out and about? Because if we could take a fluid container, that could be helpful, because we could fill that up. I don't recall seeing any. Oh, hello. Where are you? Okay, you're inside. Wow, he came. I like, you know when you know that someone's there, or, well, a zombie's there, but then they just seem to, I don't know, they caught me off guard. Okay, right, I'm not seeing any fluid containers for us to take with us. It's a shame. Got a pig there. Hello. Ah, fluid containers there. Oh, now we're talking. Now, we should probably empty them, because we don't know what's in them. We also can't sniff them, because Bosun does not have that ability to smell. I obviously have not forgotten about. Apart from for a little bit in the last episode, I might have forgotten about it a little bit. Right, there we go. Get him moving these. Good for our vitality. Maybe we should be reading a mag before we start moving these things over these sort of different distances. Probably could have brought the mail truck closer. I think I'm going to do that next. Right, let's go and get the truck. We've got a saw on us still, so we can take care of those zombies. Deceased zombies. And we've got our generator in here as well. Leave the engine running. We'll be fine. you're wondering why he's confident. Bosun has obviously got bloodlust, so I think our little escapade last time around, where we were, well, how should we say this? Driving over zombies. I've got a feeling he enjoyed that. Which, fair enough. To each their own. Right, let's get that moved. There we go. Okay, right, we're in a good spot. Let's drive up the road a little bit. We'll go and take care of the zombies that were there. Then we're going to go to the water tower, have a bit of a wash. Have a bit of a drink. Fill those barrels up. Nothing on him or her that we really want. We'll take the whiskey, and do you know what? We'll dismantle for the cloth scraps and for the leather strips, because they will be useful at some point in time, I'm sure. I'd like to have an episode without a horde. That would be lovely for us. Right, cloth scraps. Okay. Okay, that's the blood gone as well. Look at us, tidying up after ourselves. Very good. There we go. How have you got? Oh, a bulletproof vest we will take. The jacket we'll also take. Insulation. What I'm thinking with those. Start thinking about winter. Probably clean that blood up as well, shouldn't I? I know we're quite far away from there. Right, let's hop up there to the other farm. Get ourselves all clean off. Is the quickest way to go right here? Yeah, probably. So we want to go off-roading. Yeah, let's go off-roading. Yes. Another tractor there for us. Okay. Really intrigued to see where they go with the farming, because having played quite a lot of Project Zomboid, and, you know, obviously that's set in the mid-90s, but I'm pretty sure they had tractors in the mid-90s. And it's, you know, every now and then you'll have things in video games that just, for some reason, even though they're tiny things, are quite irritating. One of those for me is that on Zomboid you will have fields which have been mown, evidently by machinery, because you can see almost like the tracks of where it's been. But then, despite that... Oh, gosh. Really need to learn how to drive, don't I? But then despite that, you can't find a tractor anywhere, and you can't therefore do like any mass farming. It's all still got to be... all still got to be done by you. Which, yeah, fine. I think. But, I don't know. There's something... it's like the idea of having a community, isn't it? And... Extract 2. Oh, okay, I see. So I'm gonna have to manually. Okay, all right. Yeah, there's no connections. Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna have to rethink that then. I thought that we'd have just been able to have extracted straight to it, but the game says no. In fact, I think it's fair to say that the game just laughed at us a little bit. Those plastic buckets, though, could work. And those muck tubs, don't they take quite a lot? Yes. There we go. Okay, we'll get it done. If this wants to work for us, of course. There we go. Muck tubs. Extract to item. Muck tub. Select. Maximum. Not happening. Plastic bucket. Select. Maximum. Why is it not? Okay. How is it refill from fluid tank? Okay. Alright. Fine. That's me being silly. Fair enough. There we go. Now we can fill these up. Pour into from item. Select. I'm in. Are we full? My goodness, no. Oh my goodness, they take a lot of... Okay, right. Let's just... I mean, this is going to take a while to fill up, isn't it? Let's go with what we've got. We'll fill up tubs one more time. We'll wash ourselves. Empty that because it's probably full of yucky stuff. Refill. Cool. All right. That's fine. That should be enough for us to drink at least, you'd hope. Now we can get home and we can start thinking about those fortifications. I think the one thing that I am half tempted to go and do before we get home... Oh gosh, okay. Don't drive into cornfields, FYI. Is to see if we can take this crafting bench. Because why use our own resources if we can... Yeah, that's not going to work. If we can nab one from somewhere else. I think we may as well do some nabbing. The zombie over there. Don't want you to be around these parts anymore, zombies. Trying to clear you out. Move you. Yep. Fully aware that that might look absolutely ridiculous. Oh my. There you go. Look at that. Look at us go. This is our apocalypse. This is what we're doing with it. Gosh, worried that those branches were going to take that out, to be honest with you. Just ignore the driving. Just ignore it. You didn't see that. You didn't hear that. Nothing bad happened. We're all still okay. You seeing what I'm seeing there? The loot bag floating in midair. It feels like we have to. Oh my goodness. No way. We found Harry. We found Harry. No way. Oh, the mystery has been solved. Why there? Is it because of my? Yeah, I assume that that's just where the tank is. It a tank? I assume that is where it must have obviously broken. Right, there is a zombie over there. I think we should probably be proactive and go and take care of it. Keep on pulling my gun out. That's not how we're going to do it. Of course, we could be plumbing the well up into the sinks that we've got. But it's dirty water, so we don't really want to do that. Unless we did it to, like, the upstairs shower. In which case, we could just use it for shower and washing ourselves. Which could work. I'm wedded to the idea. Right, let's take our workbench. And let's go downstairs, and crucially we need to see what sort of materials we're going to be needing for I'm not going to leave it there, don't worry. Let's destroy these junk piles. Go. Yeah, we need to see what sort of materials we're going to require for our fortifications. I appreciate the many of you who have sort of commented ways that we can level up our construction skill in the past couple of episodes. Greatly appreciated. I think I'm trying to remain somewhat kind of authentic, don't want to cheese it too much, if that makes sense. So what I'm thinking is that we want to get to a point where we can do proper sort of fortifications. Initially, at least, we're probably going to have to do the scrap wood, which is a lot of wooden scraps and metal brackets. To make our metal brackets, we obviously need to do our standard workbench, iron scraps and hammer. So let's get a bit of that going, I think. There we go. Scraps. But we realise we've got, barely any iron scraps. That's sadness, isn't it, really? Oh my goodness, we're going to need to do so much resource gathering, it's untrue. And then we probably want to go and... There's as well. We put locking ones in there heavy, so that'll count for a couple of different things. Locking fires, amazing. Right, let's read. We read a book. Read a book. Yeah, we probably could read a book. Read a book and get a few things on in terms of crafting. Let's do a crafting one. That boost has been applied, which is good news. Get 9 of those going. It does do construction for us as well, you know, actually, so let's go and read a construction book. I would take the chance of stacking them. I'm fairly confident they do stack. Just nervous. Let's see if we can get some more scraps from this sort of stuff. Metal shelf. Bruise. Toughness, isn't it, really? Okay. Tackle box. Don't really want to destroy things like the washing machine and dryers and stuff like that. Let's do some moving of stuff to try and get some iron scraps out of things. Recycle bin. Metal shelf. Yes. Yes. We want. Iron scrap. There we go. Loads of those going. Wonder if are the hangers metal? Aluminium. Oh, and iron. Fine, we'll take that. Destroy those, destroy those. Iron scrap back in there. Okay, right. How are we doing in terms of our stats? Construction level 10. Good. That's what we need to be going up. Level 25 though to get to fortified. Scraps. More iron scraps. Okay. Okay. Little toolbox there. Oh, nice. That's great for iron scraps. Okay. We're leveling up. That is good. What I really want to do is at least get some sort of fortifications done. Our blockers at the moment are wood and nails. How are we doing for nails? We've got 5 on us. Not going to get very far. 43 there. Okay. A couple of metal brackets there too. Wood scraps. Mechanics is going up too. Crafting. Okay. Now, whilst I quite like the trees, I think the trees need to go purely for line of sight. We want to be able to see what's coming from every direction. So that means getting rid of the trees immediately around the base. Also gives us wood. Which we can use as wood scraps. And planks. Cool. Why is this? Oh, that tree is unknockdownable. Okay. We will maybe try that again in a short while. Right, we've got loads of metal brackets now. That is good news. So, in terms of our fortifications, we're missing planks. We can start making plank. All of those logs can be turned into plank. Bang. Hope I've got another. Feel like I have got a saw. Oh, I thought I had a better saw. Oh, okay. We're gonna have to just put the saw that we've got on us. There. There we go. Get that construction up. Pretty sure that noise was a fox that I could hear. Hope it was. Oh yeah, I'm not going crazy. You can just walk through those trees. I will report that. Funny thing is, we just made a load of wooden planks when we need reinforced wooden planks, don't we, for the fortified wood. Oh well. Can't walk through that tree, so we can cut it down. Okay. Amazing. We are getting somewhere. We're going to turn this into a fortified palace. That is the idea. We might have to spend a couple of nights under the stars. But we will get there. Wooden plank, reinforced wooden plank. Okay. Okay. Screws. Screws is next. Not a thing that we've got loads of. Screwdriver, we've got one of those. So, for our fortifications, which we've now unlocked, get in there. Reinforced wooden planks, reinforced wooden logs. First things first, though, do we want to do the windows and the doors? We probably should, shouldn't we? Loads of screws, loads of logs. Got 96 ones, so we can make good 20 of those. Good 20 of those. Let's get them crafting away. Do some destroying of stuff that we don't need. Tidies up at the same time. Gosh, right. Basically housekeeping at this point, aren't we? Very worried about the electricity. Water's gone off. Electricity's surely going to follow it quite quickly. Thought. Empty there. Do quite like the pet carriers, but don't need them. Log storage. Logs there. Alright, I'm like a busy idiot. Right, let's go and chop down some more trees. Now the weather's cleared up a bit. So yeah, we have got a couple of trees that aren't chop downable. But that is fine. Like that. Wire. It's in the way. Can we walk through this one? Yeah. And this one? Yeah. That one? Yeah. Yeah. For all the luck we've had so far on this run as bosun, we're not having much luck with trees. Which is fine. I mean, ultimately, these are cornfields, so we're not going to be able to see much. Anyway. Oh my goodness, that is not the time. Oh my goodness. Oh. What was I saying about not being able to see much through cornfields? Literally, that got me. Having a base in the middle of nowhere is in some ways almost a little bit worse, because when you suddenly get accosted by one, it comes out of the blue. And you're just not ready for it. Like then, in terms of my exhaustion. One thing we should probably do as well is read our schematics, because we picked up quite a few schematics. And there could be things in them that could help us out quite a bit here. Like if we've got one for nails, I can't remember what we've got. Let's go and have a look. Oh, but then this is the thing, is we need to get the... oh, we've got one for bow. Yeah, okay. They are useful. They're not, you know, they're not incredibly useful for us right now. I think that's probably a fair way of summarising that. Oh, we've got more logs. Logs, 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 logs. Wondering where there's a logging camp nearby. The logging place is useful for getting a load of logs nice and quickly. Right, let's take what we've got in terms of reinforced bits. Oh, we need to make reinforced wooden rods first, though. Reinforced wooden planks. Rods. We need more metal brackets. We need more iron scrap. Oh goodness, this is just so much that we're going to need. Let's do some good housekeeping in terms of blinds and stuff. Got to think, how can we keep ourselves protected at the moment? And whilst the power's on, and we have got the advantage of having that, we also... Yeah. yes, be mindful of the fact that we could suddenly just become hoarded in. Even in a remote location. Like that horde that we had at the start of the last episode as we were driving up the driveway. Came from nowhere. Do we treat ourselves to a night in the house tonight? That's the question. I think I'm leaning towards yes. Maybe we do. But let's take in the nighttime sky. One of the things I like. I know it's something that's going to change in one of the upcoming updates, but I kind of like the moodiness of the sky at night and how many stars you can see. The little things in games, isn't it? And what I'm looking for really from you guys as well is to let me know what you do and don't want to see, because I'm aware that sometimes it's going to be episodes a little bit like this, where there's some housekeeping to be done, there's materials to be gathered, water to gather, all of that sort of stuff, which I get might not be the most thrilling of viewing. So if you guys want me to do some stuff off camera, so to speak, or to speed things up or whatever, then we can absolutely do that and reshape the episodes. But at the moment, the episodes are very much that we do a real-life day in-game. But that can't always be action-packed, thrilling stuff. Especially not when we have the incidents like we had in the last episode where we had 2 hordes. Right, let's get some fortifications up at least before we go to bed. But yeah, definitely looking for your sort of input as to what you would like to see, what you'd like me to do off camera. If there's things that you want me to do off camera, or things you want to speed up, then just say. Right, if we're going to start doing some fortifications, we need screws. And we haven't got screws. Probably just used them all up, haven't I? We've got 6 screws. Hey, look. Don't think that's going to get us very far. Do you know what? It gets us a door or a window. So, let's get rid of our main door. Oh my goodness. That deer scared the life out of me then. And there we go. We've got ourselves a fortified door. A zombie can't get through one of our doors. That is progress. We need so many screws. So much iron. So I am asking you all the favor to let me know down in the comments down below where the places that you've been really fortunate when it comes to getting loads of iron scraps, loads of screws. I've got a sneaky suspicion that some people may just mention a certain correctional facility that we might have history at. If we can go there with a heavy cutting tool and do some bits. But I would love to hear in the comments down below how we're going to go about getting all of those materials. How we can get to a point where we've got more than just one fortified door. Where we need to go to get that sort of stuff. So let me know down in the comments below. Thank you as ever for watching and for your support. I obviously still read every comment that I get and reply to every comment that I get. I really appreciate the feedback. Let me know whether you want me to be sort of zipping through some elements, or if you want me to have the whole things shot like I currently do. I'm open to suggestions on that one. Most importantly, open to suggestions in terms of where we can go and get some iron scraps, some screws. Let me know down below. Thanks again for watching. If you're not subscribed, please do click that subscribe button. It helps me out massively. And look out on Wednesday for another Vane upload, and next Monday for another Let's Play episode. Thanks very much for watching. I'm going to get some sleep, and I will see you tomorrow, aka next Monday.